video journal. Today is January 25th, 2020. We are 25 days in to the new year, and an update. I'm still working and everything like that. I really didn't do a resolution this year, a New Year's resolution, but there are things that not even things, they're goals that I have that I've set for myself. I haven't written them down. They're more like for me, so it's every day. I'm mindful of what I don't want to do, and so every day every day I do less of what I don't want to do, and I do less of the behavior and acting in the way that I don't want to act. And so far, it's been working. Uh, Today at work, I didn't change the world today, but I changed myself in that I come to the realization, through my life experiences and things like that, that there's a good and a bad to everything. And even in the bad, there's a good. So, you need a negative in order to charge a positive, and you need a positive in order to charge a negative. So they work hand in hand. And at the end of the day, the two together bring forward a positive energy in order to start, or whatever the case may be, for moving forward, with batteries. So if you put two batteries together, the remote control works. If you put a battery in a car, it operates. If you put a battery in a car, if you put a battery in the clock, it functions. So the outcome of a negative and a positive together is functioning. Something functions. So the same thing happens with us in life. We have bad, we have good. In the bad and in the good together, looking at them from a lens or a perspective other than just being utterly horrible, seeing that, what came out from us, what came new, what started, what was jump started, what was kick started, what flourished, what changed, what stopped, what was added, what was subtracted, what did you gain? Are you stronger? Are you weaker? Do you understand? You have more understanding, a deeper compassion. Maybe your love gets stronger. I don't know what that thing is, but that's what I realized, like, in everything bad, there's stuff that goes good, but you don't necessarily see it when you in it, and you don't you in the beginning, you don't necessarily your first response is not to, hey, oh, this is a good. No, this is not a good. Oh, I lost my child. This is good. Initially, you're not going to feel that way. You're not going to think that way. None of that stuff. It's not going to feel, it's not going to look. You're not even going to have, like, positive in that, because that's your child. That's your flesh and blood. But the positive is that there's no more suffering. There's no more pain. Like, they don't have to live in this world here, and where you and I are at in this world. They're in another world. They moved on to another plane. So, be sad that you didn't go on with them. To be enjoying, whatever is on the other side, if there is a other side, or whatever the case may be. But looking at the upside of it, okay, you're not here, but what can I do? Depending on how the child died, you could become an advocate. You can counsel other people, grieve, maybe do adolescent, like, counseling training, be a grandma in a classroom. Something can come out of that can change you and make you stronger. And it's about our perspective and our view, how we see things, or how we view things, how we understand things, how we process information and break down information. And it's deep. It's deep. I follow DB Bedford, and every day he has something, something to say. I follow a lot of people, but predominantly him, coming from California, I like it because it's about emotional intelligence. And we live now in a time where there isn't any emotional intelligence. Everybody is emotionally retarded. And, you know, you know, we're emotionally retarded. We get together and we have kids, and now we have emotionally retarded kids, and then they have kids, and then, they have emotionally retarded, children, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And then, here we are to 2020. We got, women's power, go for it. We rock, yes. But we have to have balance. As women, we have to have balance. And we have to know how to keep the balance. So we have to not only be balanced, but we have to know how to keep the balance. Where it's not that we're not higher than the people, or not the people, but the head, God. He's first. And if and when you get a mate, he comes in, not that he becomes God, but now you have kind of God in the flesh, because now God is giving you somebody who's going to continue to protect you, continue to provide for you, and continue to provide for you. God is going to continue to do those things too, but because you keep him first. But because you keep him first, now God empowers that man over you to continue to do the things that it is that he had been doing for you, because you trust him. And when that happens, it's a beautiful thing, because now you guys can grow together, coming together in a partnership, talking, understanding, knowing your lane. And this young lady, I was watching Facebook, strolling through the timeline and stuff like that, and she said something that was powerful. She said that she was in a place where she wasn't focused on, the only thing she was focused on was her and her goals, her and what she needed to accomplish and had to accomplish for herself, not with a deadline of being with somebody, not with a deadline. She just was working on herself, and that's all. She was just focused on herself and was doing what she needed to do for herself. Self-love, providing for herself, protecting herself, and empowering herself along the way, that when the opportunity presented itself for a mate, she was already ready. She was already not only ready to have a mate and be with a mate, but the mate that came along matched everything that she had already had. Everything that she had, and everything she was, and everything that she was in, and everything that she embodied herself, that energy came towards her. So, I found that. I said, oh, that's deep. I said, she had a good dad. She had a good dad. She had a good dad, or not even, she could have had a good mom. And even if she didn't have a good mom, whatever her mom was doing, she got the lesson, the negative, and turned it around to a positive, because she did differently. So everything